Oh, hi everybody. It's July 1st. 4th is Friday. So, I was gonna do this after work. I was just been really busy. Just tired. And I'm gonna review a movie. I just get to it. I wanted to say a few words about Morbius from 2022. Finally watched it, and I didn't watch it because everybody said it was so bad, like really bad, and I just never had a desire to watch it. When I did, I don't know what, like, now that I think about it, why didn't I go see it in the theater? I guess just, it was almost like it's almost like a person that everyone says is a jerk, and you don't want to, like, my friend, she'd always talk bad about her boyfriend before I met him, and then when I met him, he's a really cool dude. It's like that, and you should know this because I remember when The Professional came out in '94, it got bad reviews, but I still wanted to see it, and I thought it was really good. So that should, just, at least for a movie, you could just watch it yourself. So I watched it, and it's not the greatest, but if you've read the Morbius comics, which hit and miss. I mean, he's always like come out in like Marvel Chiller or Marvel Spotlight, or he was Spider-Man's villain, or he would come out in this black and white horror magazine. And I had the collection. It was pretty good. I remember, like, he doesn't really have a villain. I mean, Spider-Man. I mean, he's Spider-Man's villain. But I remember one issue. It was like a Tales from the Crypt kind of story where Morbius is staying at this, like, an inn run by a lady, and he's trying not to drink blood, and then these guys are like harassing the lady, and I think they kill her outside, and it's raining, and she falls down into a puddle of water, and all of her blood's gushing out into the puddle, and Morbius starts lapping up the puddle blood water. So, man, he's a disgusting creature. So they're gonna have that. So they're gonna have that in the movie. So there's no really one story that from Morbius that you could say, do that. He had his own series in the '90s. Remember, I had the first issue. He looked cool, but we're going so. And as always, yeah, if you read the comics and you like more, and I've always thought he looked cool. Oh yeah, and in the Marvel, this is like maybe even before I ever read a comic book with Morbius in it. The Marvel handbook, the official handbook to the Marvel universe, like it just tell you like their stats and their history, and for the Morbius one, the picture of him, it wasn't him as a vampire, it was him as Morbius, and like he's smoking a cigarette and he has like his jacket slung over his shoulder. He just looks like a normal person, which added more like weight to the character. Even before I ever read anything about him, just that picture alone, like I was like, he's like a person. He's not just a super villain or super powered being or whatever, or vampire even. He's a person. He doesn't have a super villain name. They call him by his last name. So I always think about that picture, and like he's got that upturned nose. He's got long hair. And plus he's a living vampire. I always forget that how special that makes him, because he's not like Dracula. He's not even like Blade, but even though they share a lot of the same stuff. And I was watching this, I said, man, Blade and Morbius. Like they should have put Morbius and Blade. And then I was trying to think of other vampires. I can't. And Dracula's daughter. Can't remember her name. But Marvel has a lot of vampires that they could have put in here, or just other supernatural creatures. But that's not the movie. Like, and I don't like when people say the movie should have been like this, or if they would have done this, it's not what they did. It's just a movie. But knowing all that, like having all this history about the character and knowing it did make me like it more. He doesn't smoke because he's sick in the movie more than he was in the comic. So he doesn't smoke. In the comics, he has hollow bones. That's why he can like glide. And they never say he has hollow bones in this, but he does glide, and they kind of show you. They try to show you how he can glide. So that was cool. And then he looked cool. Like he looked like the comic, but even better. And I remember Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I think, and other vampire movies. They just give a vampire like pointy ears, fangs, of course, and then like a bumpy forehead sometimes. Thankfully, he just looks nothing like that. He looks totally original. So that was cool. And then stuff with the bats. So it's like an origin story. If anything that I didn't like about it, it's just like it's an hour 45 minutes, and like it's decent, but then like I want some like it's PG-13. Still, it could be like I just don't feel the movie ever like gets going. At the very end, it does, but like halfway through, I want to say, okay, let's get to it. Let's get to the vamping out, fighting. Let's see some villains. It takes a while, even like an hour in. It's like still like okay. It's moving along. You're learning about Michael Morbius. I also just think people don't like Jared Leto anymore. It seems like but he's fine in it. The bad guy is like Doctor Who. He was good too. Just another vampire. Although they should have picked it like just get a villain from Marvel. Like it could be any. I don't know. It could have been like they could have had a Werewolf by Night, or just put the Grizzly, or who's it? There's got to be other. Or Wild Child from Alpha Flight, or there's like this German vampire. Forgot his name. He looks crazy. But it does have cool action when it does happen. There's a cool subway battle, and the end battle is pretty good. Or when he first becomes the living vampire and he just takes out these mercenaries. Oh, there's a part in the subway where the bad guy vampire, he takes out like 5 cops like it's so quick, and I was like, that's how it should look. Like if you have super speed, you're super fast, you're just like where you almost don't even see it. So more of that would have been cool. And then the end credit scene, you see the Vulture. And I was like, man, people rag on these Spider-Man Sony movies. Say I actually like this better than Craven. I want to watch Craven again. And I said, man, because now they're not going to make any more of these movies. Like Sinister Six. It could have been good, or they made Venom, Craven, Morbius, Madam Web. They made a Madam Web movie, which is insane. I guess that's a lot. Yeah, I just want more. I don't have like superhero movie fatigue at all. I want to see more. I'm surprised they're not like Image hasn't come out with their old comics, or Dark Horse hasn't done more. Anyway, I thought it was decent. It's not as bad as I was led to believe, or I just foolishly thought. I guess just seemed like I guess a cool thing to rag on, like just the whipping boy for a movie. The Judas Goat, whatever. Man, I have this shark movie on, and this chick is hot in a bikini. So yeah, if you read the comics, you like Morbius, or just have any interest, and you're like, oh, everyone says it sucks, I'll just skip it. Check it out, and I would watch it again. Like it's good. Like have a Morbius, Dracula Untold, a Salem's Lot triple feature of like mediocre vampire movies, or like Near Dark. Have you seen Near Dark? So Morbius, I'd give it a man. Cause I like the character. Realistically, I'd give it a 3. Definitely give it a watch. I also wanted to tell you that I went to, my mom took me to this place this weekend. She'd been telling me about it. This thrift store. It's not a thrift store. It's called Craftiques here in San Antonio. And, man, she'd been telling me about it for a while, and I kind of didn't really care to go. But I was kind of buzzed, so I was like, yeah, I'll go. And man, this place is awesome. I bought so much stuff. I'll show you. Like, at first it was like I was like, oh, okay. Then I found the Magnificent Seven with Michael Biehn. I was like, oh, that's cool. I've never seen any of the Magnificent Seven movies. And then slowly, like, then I found Jet Li Meltdown. Never seen it. I mean, I love if it's 90s Jet Li. It doesn't have to say a year as well. And then I found The Minion with Dolph Lundgren. I've been watching some Dolph Lundgren movies, and I was like, man, Dolph is so great. And I found The Rocketeer, which I've never seen, and which I hear is really good. So I'm eager to, want to check it out. Remember when it came out? I just had no interest because it's not like, oh, it's so weird. Like now they're making like Morbius, like it's a big budget. Oh yeah, it's got Jared Hess in it, who I had last seen in the Chernobyl Diaries, and he was so wonderful in that. Just seeing him again was great. And yeah, he's worth seeing it. But then I found American Cyborg Steel Warrior. This one was a little more expensive. It was $10. But I actually have like a burned DVD-R of this. I really like it. It's just non-stop action. And my copy is is just not great. So to have this on VHS, so I have 2 copies now. So I have 2, like if one breaks, you still got another one. So American Cyborg. And I got more stuff like from this Craftiques place. So if you live here in San Antonio, don't go to Craftiques because I want to get all the stuff they have. And last night I'm listening to Adremelec Rehearsal Demo 1 from 1990, and they're on Holy Domain Demo from 1991. But yeah, Morbius. Lastly, I'll leave you with when they used to show Howard Stern on the E channel, they had this chick. I don't know if she did like softcore or did porn, or she was like a model. She was gorgeous, and she had dated Jared Leto, and she looked like a stuck-up runt. Like, I mean, I don't know. That's just how she came off. She was like super gorgeous, and I just figured, she'd be like real rude. And she said like her and Jared Leto broke up because he was stuck up. And I was like, man, if she thinks he's stuck up and she seems stuck up, I was like, man, he must be really stuck up. It's just what I remember. So who knows? I don't know. But I mean, check it out.